Hey, hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Francine on Free Indeed. That's the name of my channel. And I do want to share something with you. Low key, yep. I had COVID. Yep, yep, yep. It's gone. I'm getting better. But I do I do want to clear up, in the beginning of my videos, I sounded somber and tired. But that's what it does. It makes you feel tired and drained, and shoot, my chest was congested and I had sinus issues, and I realized I was like, wait a minute, this is a little too strong. So yeah, I had it, and yeah, it's going away. I'm pretty much in the last, I would say, day or two, and I'll be good. But I do feel a lot better, I must say. So again, I apologize if I sounded, somber, tired, things like that. Disregard. Okay, so we're gonna get into another video, and I I do want to reiterate on not really focusing. We won't be focusing on me as much. I just want to break down, experiences. So that's all we doing for a little bit here, and then eventually I'm gonna get tired of talking about me, because this is not about me. It's about people who need to hear the message so that they're able to uh, go forward in their life regarding just different situations. And so if they don't have a friend they can confide in, or a family member they can confide in, people usually go to YouTube and go on the web to research things to see how to self-help. And when you run into some footage information where someone has already experienced it and gotten out of a situation, then that's help. It's something that somebody can use. And so today we're talking about truly caring for what you produce. Do you truly care for what you produce? Do you enjoy what you produce? Do you get a sense of satisfaction when you produce? Or do you feel rewarded by what you produce? So, just to give you a breakdown, my uh, my symbol of what I'm trying to say will be based on, vehicles. For instance, like transportation, we drive when we drive our cars, right? Um, what kind of production does, some of the vehicles give out? Okay, some people are okay with just getting from point A to point B. You know, no static, no caring about what it looks like. But some people really care how they look going to one point, going from one point to another. Like, does it have a sunroof, or do the tires got the shiny rims, on them, or do my seats got, Italian leather, stuff like that. Some people, kind of worry about do I have, a good radio to play, and um again, a vehicle has limits because it's a machine. We got to operate it. But we have limits as well, but only when it comes to some areas in life, because we are in fact limitless. So when you're in production mode, whether it's at work, being honest with a friend, in a loving relationship, it could be even planting a garden, cooking for family. And even in leisure time, you can, be at the bowling alley, or you have a collection of what stamps, butterflies, or whatever you have a collection of, going on a skiing trip. Either way, Do you really look at how you produce? So, getting with even the producing of our very own seeds, our children. When you look at your babies, your kids, your children, however you want to call them, when you look at them, do you say, I really enjoy what I produced? Do you know that you produced something good? Mm-hmm. So, we've been programmed to a point to do things where we think we've been doing the best for our children. They programmed us to what? Go to school, find a career, have babies. Then our babies go to school, find a career. You get the point. Just to, shorten it, because I'm not going into detail based on that. But when we rush our kids into, this building we call school, by the time school is done with them, they become young adults. And so when do we really have the true quality time to spend with our kids, our children? Is it during summer break? Or is it, during holiday breaks even? When they are in school, is it after school? But we do know at that point, a lot of their time is consumed by extracurricular activities, or they may be spending time with friends, or dating for the ones that are at dating age. But point is this, I want to speak on my testimony to this, which is that I lost a lot of my time with my children being a single mother of 6. I worked for most of their childhood years, but I did what I thought was best. And that's what we're all doing, right? So they were not allowed to just, I limited, my children. They weren't allowed to go to friends' house a lot, you know, run up and down the street. I gave them when they would watch TV, I gave them a VCR. This is back in our days. I know you younger people probably don't know what the hell a VCR is, but it's similar to it's a recording of something that was already pre-recorded, and the tool that we use to play the pre-recorded material in is called a VCR. And so, excuse me. And that's basically a video cassette recorder. That's weird. It sounds funny, doesn't it? Anyway, I would buy my kids videotapes, with their assistance. They would tell me what they wanted to watch, and I would be, um, approving of it. If I didn't approve of it, we didn't get it, you know. But I really sheltered my children because, in my mind, as to what I experienced as a child, bless my mother's heart, beautiful lady. She had so much on her plate. We were, allowed to do quite a bit. She was a lot lenient on us because of all the stress and heartache and crazy situations that she was dealing with, and really couldn't talk to us about it because we were, even just not able to understand what she was going through. But anyway, I realized that I had sheltered my children a lot because of what I experienced. And so the videotapes, excuse me, the videotapes that we would get, of course, they would be kid videos. My kids couldn't even watch Fresh Prince. They couldn't watch Martin Show. They couldn't watch um, different Dynasty and all the. Anything that came on TV, I held it back from them. I didn't know. I didn't know. I had no clue, but I sheltered them. And so I would watch the tapes with them. We would talk and play, and I played with my kids just like they was my brothers and sisters to a sense, to a limit. We played the dozens, and I guided them through that. So when too far, when far was too far, then I could say, "Hey, wait, you hitting below the belt. Come back this way," because I don't want you to feel like, excuse me, I don't want you to feel like it's okay to hurt people's feelings, and then you walking around as if you've done nothing. That's wrong. So I would make sure, that they would teach each other with fairness in whatever they did. And I even drove them to school, you know, back in this, to school and picked them up when the damn school was only a block away. So I got a chance to enjoy watching them pop out the van and then hop back in the way they was my little boinkies. And so I enjoyed the smallest things that a lot of people probably just take for granted. I used to watch my baby slip and slide in the snow in the wintertime. And then in the summer, I would enjoy taking them to get ice cream. We had an ice cream shop around the corner on 12th Street. We stayed on 13th in Indiana. And it was a little ice cream shop owned by a little, I think it was an Italian family, maybe. I'm not sure. But the ice cream was just so good. And the kids would want to go around there and get the ice cream, their favorite kind. Or we would even go, to 7-Eleven when I couldn't afford the ice cream. We would get the slushies when I was scraping change. So I was appreciating even the mud that they tracked in the house, even though I fussed about it. I was enjoying what I produced. And I just only regret the limits I placed on myself and to them eventually, because like my beliefs and a superstition or a specific way I saw things, I passed it down to my children. And that's what we do because we think that what we know is the only right thing to teach our children, which is cool. But life is a learning experience, you know. And so just the things big or small, I know I can leave. I have left an impression on my children's minds. So, getting ready to wrap up the point of, do you enjoy what you produce? Me being a single mother, I can't monitor them 24. I knew I couldn't do it by myself. I couldn't watch them 24/7. But I had to work, and they were attending school. So, I was sending them to school with people I didn't know, but I was forced to trust these people and that they would take care of my children. Now, what I'm breaking this down to is because I could not again be there with them as I wanted to. I wanted to be uh that mother, that stay at home mom, and take care of the house, and take care of the family needs and things like that, and wait for hubby to come home and have his dinner and all. I used to think like that. Yeah, I know it's probably corny, but yeah. Anyway, I couldn't be there with them 24/7. So what I said, okay, Father, mm, I look to the Most High in prayer and in thought to guard and protect my seeds. So I placed them into, the divine's heavenly hands of the universe. And there was a sense of peace that I was able to go to work and go forward and get through the day until I can get home and see my babies. Because being a single mother, they were all I had anyway, other than the Most High, my spirit family. Of course, I had them. But you know how we are in this flesh. We look to the flesh a lot. And I've learned to not do that as much and be in balance. And that's another video. But peep this. I placed them in the divine's hands. And no matter what hardships, we went through, because we still had to go through trials and tribulations, of everything being separated. But to get to draw this to a head, do you care enough to make just decisions, righteous decisions that will carry uh healthy weight, in other words, if that makes sense? Meaning, do you make decisions to respect other people? Do you make decisions to love without a bias, or even wanting something in return when you've given a favor to somebody? You feel me? So it's like, to truly look at life as a blessing. Wow. You know, let me just stop. Let me back it up, because this is a hard part. I lost a lot of my children's little assemblies being at work. Work took a lot of my time. Even when my children were sick, I couldn't take off. We went through a lot. But anyway, I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. Uh, do you love without looking for something in return? Do you pass that down to your children? Because, see, your seeds that you have will receive the passed down behaviors and decision making. Even through DNA, they receive. They watch you like little sponges and pick up the way mama did this, the way daddy did it. And then you find yourself as an adult doing the same shit. And so, with that being said, are you making right decisions to pass down to your seeds? Because if you run into making some decisions that you doing behind closed doors and you thought you got away with it, well, it would be up to the Most High to decide to pass down a judgment to your seeds because of something you did. And if you don't believe that's how it goes, it's been going like that for centuries. Everybody can think back on a time or a situation where something happened because of a decision an elder made. So, do you really care for what you produce? So, if you enjoyed this breakdown, if you enjoy what you produce, it will show and it will tell. The fruits will be produced through your children, through your babies. It wouldn't be a question. They would wear it well. They would wake up like that. Feel me? Come on, Beyonce. Anyway, did you really make righteous decisions as best as you can? Not to say you trying to be perfect or better than nobody. It ain't about that. It's about you truly loving your children to the point where you know if you lived a certain way that they can't do nothing but pick up, hopefully. And again, the Bible speaks about that. Not just the Bible, but there's other books. Ma'at. If you train a child in the way that they should go, they shall never depart from it. Mind you, it's temporary stages because, again, we go through life looking for ourselves for a time. But they ain't gonna never depart from what they was taught in the beginning. So that's why it's important when your children and grandchildren get into these schools, into different facilities, you got to train them. And so if you like this video, you can like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all later. All right. I just